Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it, Rotters? Hope everybody's blessed. You know where you at. You at Seven Oaks Hotels 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to this politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Hope everybody's blessed. Before I start this, I am not promoting gang life, gang culture. I'm just telling a testimony, give a life experience, shining some light on the Denver Metro. So with that being said, let's get to it. And in this video, it was a recommended video requested from the homie Tilo. He wanted to know if there was Asian neighborhoods out here, Asian gangs. So I said this a long time ago. Denver, for a long time there, had the face of a lot of California-based hoods, right? And we know in California, there's whole neighborhoods of Asians that bang Bloods, Crips, TRGs, all them fools, you know. What was that fools? AZs or something like that. They beef with the Asian Crips, and they're all at each other's neck. So in Denver, we also had that too, because there's always a face. Like, you know, Denver had a big face of West Coast everything, politicking, and just how we get down. It's more West Coast than anything when you're a real Denver native and you've been out here. So when I was growing up, and it was full-fledged just colors and Crips and Bloods, Don Moose, Keyways, there was always this neighborhood that you heard about, ABC, Asian Boy Crips. Came across a couple of them fools, and they were big family orientated neighborhood, and them fools was riders. If you got into it with one of them fools, they bring in the whole tribe to trip. And they come in and they study fighting. So their big thing was, you know, their combat. Machetes though. I remember a couple of them fools from, I think they were ABCs, and they lived in Westminster. Them fools had a machete. My homie Young, and you know what I'm saying? I know a couple of them fools. My Sally was an OG, Billy T or something like that. Billy, you know, he was an old school fool doing a lot of time. All his nephews was Asian Boy Crips, and they got stretched. Asian Boy Crips, they were for a long time bringing a lot of ecstasy out here to Colorado, and they got hit for it, you know, that case, and they had like a little indictment on their circle, and it kind of made that neighborhood kind of go under the radar, because a lot of them fools got stretched when them fools had got hit. You know what I'm saying? I know that he was saying that, and then a couple of them fools caught bodies, but there used to be quite a bit of them fools, you know, Asian Boy Crips, and they were all riders. Then their enemigos, I believe they were called the Asian Pride. They were some Bloods that were all Asians. The difference between what I see now is that, you know, like Chinatown Runner, he's an Asian Blood. He got Asian Blood brothers, but they got, you know, black fools that are their OGs, really. These fools were just straight Asians, and them fools was just, they were at each other's necks. The Asian Pride were the Bloods, and the Asian Boy Crips, they really just didn't get along. That was like enemigos, and they would always link up and bang and fight. And they was getting it in, but I haven't really heard too much about them till I seen Chinatown Runner, whatever his name is, the rapper. But it reminded me of, you know, just going towards the Westminster and seeing them fools in the mall, and they'd be fighting and stuff. Asian Pride and Asian ABCs, Asian Boy Crips. So shout out to all them fools, you know, the fools that, you know, made it out of their little war, and, you know, they did their thing. Now, another neighborhood that pretty much you heard a lot about, and this was like more Denver Metro, Tiny Rascal Gang. They used to be over there by Osage in the projects, the Yallows, bro. The Westwoods, they got the Asian town, like all them supermarkets right there on Alameda Federal. So they had a presence over there, and they secured the block. You know, them fools was doing their thing. Now, what was crazy about TRG when they were out here, and I don't know if they're still out here, is they were out here, but they still, conducted themselves like sometimes they were back in their home country, the refugees, they was thugging. Like, you could tell them fools lived off the land, and they got it in, bro. They made it, out of their countries and poverty, and they came out here and they came to the projects, and they still live like they was, in a country. Real humble people, but amongst their wars, it got pretty vicious, But one thing I could respect about them little dudes is they were always down to fight. Like, and I don't know, maybe they just always felt like they had to protect themselves and defend themselves, but they were more about fighting than dumping on a fool and killing a fool. They had a lot of heart. Now, I'll say it like this. Being in the penitentiary, knowing, like, you would always hear if you see Asians, yeah, he used to be Asian boy Crip, or he used to be Asian blood. To me, it kind of seemed like when they got to the penitentiary, they kind of dropped all them politics and they all just rode together. It was more about their culture, because I guess maybe they didn't have really the numbers on the yards, so they all felt like they had to ride together. Now, other people are going to ride with their organizations, but it was not really a surprise if you seen a fool that used to ride for the Asian Bloods and the Asian Crips to actually be on the yard breaking bread with each other. They kind of let them politics go and just got down to them, So, Mahai salute to all them. I hope I answered the question. Thank you for the recommended videos. Let's go. You know what it is.